So welcome to the Menopause and Science Center for Teenage Personal and Professional Development. Today, the 30th of November, the last day of the month, but I come with another daily life lesson. Not the last, but important for today. This daily life lesson tells us that the flexibility of a chain is its strength. This is a philosophical statement which should be able to help you to live a life that is good for you, because when you are rigid in life, I have met people who are rigid. By rigidity, it means that sometimes people are rigid in terms of mentality. Some people are rigid emotionally, but the most important is rigidity of mind. We find situations where people in relationships are very rigid based on their previous experiences, thinking that this is how I have to behave and they cannot change. You find there are some people in organizations who are rigid because they are somewhere in a certain office. They think that I have been here, I am the one who started this office, I know much about it. The person is rigid, cannot be able to accept any advice. That is rigidity. Sometimes you find some people in businesses, have started some businesses, fine, the business may be doing very well, and the person remains rigid in the way he's doing certain things until when it is very late that he has been outcompeted. So rigidity of mind is what we're talking about here in terms of the daily life lesson, that the flexibility of a chain is its strength. Compare your life as a chain. Your life actually should not be rigid, because remember, we are in the transformation process. The way you are now is not the way you were 10 years ago. It's not the way you were 20 years ago. And the way you are now is going to be totally different the way you'll be in 5 years, 10 years, 20 years. There is already transformation. Then why do you remain with rigidity of the mind? Why remain rigid? A chain, for example, which is used in, for example, a motorcycle, in a bicycle, in moving things, in pulleys, it is very strong, but at the same time, very flexible. The flexibility that it has is what makes it strong. I need to tell you that it is important at any one time never to be fixed. In psychology, they tell us about being functionally fixed. It is important not to be functionally fixed. Whenever you find a situation which requires more information, which requires you to adjust, even if it means that certain things are embedded within the rules, regulations of organization, those things have been made by people. For some circumstances, you can be able to actually amend, you can be able to bend the rules and regulations depending on what needs to be addressed. Never get stuck in the rigidity of the mind, never be functionally fixed, because that is not progressive, that is not continuity. And if you insist on being rigid, actually you will not be able to progress and move far in life. This has been a daily lesson for today. Thank you.